everybody. I am Jeffrey Jansen, and today is Monday, December 4th, 2017. Usually I'm sitting down. I wanted to try standing up for a little bit. I've been doing a lot with motivational stuff lately, and trying to motivate people, let them know they're important and everything else. I just feel that it's important that we let everybody out there know every single day that they matter and that they're important. A lot of times we lose focus on this particular thing by how we act around people, by what our comments are, by our little snippets or our little jabs. Now, I'm one of those people, I love sarcasm as much as the next person. Today we had a Marine Corps meeting and everything else, and there's a lot of great guys there and everything else. But one of the things in the Marine Corps that they taught us, that maybe I think I should maybe talk to a couple other people about, is using tact and how tact works. A lot of people don't always understand what tact is or how it works. A lot of people, they're so judgmental on people that sometimes they don't realize that just because you hear a story or you hear about a drama doesn't mean you know what's really going on. Just because you hear something doesn't make it true. Just because somebody says something doesn't mean they're telling the whole story. Remember, there's two sides to every story. And one of the things that we forget about, and whether we're God-fearing or whether we're just good people, or it doesn't really matter, we sometimes forget that we're human. And sometimes, we like to exaggerate or, expand on stories a little bit. And that's why I tell everybody to try their best to stay away from extra drama or extra anxiety, to keep away from the stories. We have come so far in our society now that, the soap operas on TV are nothing compared to what reality is. And in a way it's kind of scary, but another way it also shows how we're maturing as human beings. Now, I know a lot of people out there, they may say, why do I do this all the time? Well, there are people out there like you or somebody else I may be talking to, or some, I don't know. I just know there are individuals out there, they need to know they're important. They need to know they matter. They are sitting there tonight like, well, I'm going to turn this on, but, you're the person that needs to know that you're important. And sometimes it may not be that you told somebody directly, but that person that you made feel better about themselves, that person you reminded that they have a heart and they got blood going throughout their veins. And all of a sudden they're like, hey, I'm pretty important. They're going to go make somebody else's life, who may be on the verge of taking their life, not do that tonight. Every day we have a chance to make today better, right now, here and now. The past is over with. Everybody's got a past. You got to learn to forgive yourself for the past. You got to learn to move on from what you've already taken care of. And if you're so worried about, and you're getting around people that all they can do is bring up your past or remind you that they're being your friend because of they're not your friend. You need to go get new people in your life. The reason why true friends are the people that could care less about the past, and they just want to go out and they just want to make sure you're good today. They just want to make sure that you're reading the latest books, you've seen the latest movie out there, or, hey, did you see the newest bar opening up, or did you see the newest building, or, hey, we did this art and crafts thing, hey, our kids went to school together, and they went on a field trip today. It's all going to be positive because, we don't want to live the negative lifestyle that so many people do. So I'm asking you this tonight, to go out there and make tomorrow the best day you can make it. All right? Now, I know a lot of you are not God-fearing people. I know a lot of you don't even believe in God. And that's okay. You know the reason why I say that's okay. Do I believe in God? Yes, I do. But now here's the key. I don't have to push my viewpoints on you for you to understand or know what I'm talking about. Just because we all have different ways of being kind and the reasons why we are kind. I don't need to believe in God to be kind to somebody. I don't need to be right or left or a politician or black or white or male or female in order for me to show kindness to somebody, to be able to shake somebody's hand, give them a hug, give them a pat on the back. Some of my friends, they like sarcasm. We laugh about it, so we're sarcastic with each other. But everybody's different. And when we go out there today and we look at the men and women that are watching our streets, like the police officers or the Marines or the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, all these different branches of the military that are putting their lives on the line, that are volunteering to protect us. You know, I've actually had people come up to me and say, well, guess what, you volunteered that. I don't got to say thank you for that. That's great. You don't have to. We don't want your thanks. But I tell you what, I want you to take a minute and say, where would you be at today if they weren't out there gardening? Where would you be at today if they chose not to join up? And all of a sudden you got a draft to where now you're being forced. And that's the reason why we thank the Vietnam vets, because a lot of them, they were thrown in through a draft. We need to make sure we thank those that are leaders of ours. We need to thank the doctors and the teachers. We need to thank our mentors. We need to thank our moms and dads more, our brothers and sisters. You know, we need to thank them, not because of who they are, but because of what they do for us each and every day. They motivate us. They energize us. Our mentors teach us different things. As school teachers, every single day, you know, they've got our future on their shoulders. You know, when I see these stupid things in the news about teachers that have done something bad, they took advantage of children at their weakest, you know, that's not who we are as a society. And those teachers do need to be locked up. Sorry, it's my feelings. Because, you know, when I've seen kids get around teachers, they're vulnerable. And a teacher is their only source sometimes of happiness. So we must thank those teachers. How about those nurses that are doing all they can for the sick and the dying and the sick and the people that come into the emergency rooms? You know, or those security guards out there that are making sure that the places don't get vandalized. Or the trash, you know, people that pick up the trash and everything, the waste disposal units, the janitorial. These people are making our society better so that we can live in a decent society. And every day it gets better. If we didn't pick up after the hurricanes and the earthquakes, if we didn't pick up after the tornadoes, we just let it fall, you know, then we would never show our true potential as human beings. So you got to ask yourself, even the simplest, you know, job can take some of the greatest people to do it. You know, we're not going to all be working for NASA or going to the stars. You know, not all of us are going to go to the depths of the ocean or discover, you know, a cure for cancer. You know, but you want to know something? We're out there every day, so those are the people that are going to do it, they can do it. But you know what? The people that help do all that for them, they're just as much heroes as they are. We all have a part to play in life. My job to you is just to ask you, do you know your part to play? Sometimes it's just to be nice. That simple please, that simple thank you, that simple, hey, you matter, I care, you're important. Sometimes is more important than any cure for anything. Because sometimes happiness and laughter, they will cure the diseases. Sometimes that person on chemo, you know, when they're killing all their cells in their body and everything else, the only thing that gets them through is that bit of laughter, that little bit of, you know, that nurse that made their day, or that doctor that gave them great news. You know, some people, maybe some kids that maybe have disabilities, you know what? If you don't treat them like they have a disability, they'll never know that they're disabled in anything they do. And you treat them just like you treat anybody else, with kindness, compassion, laughter, happiness. And that's what each and every one of you do. Now, I say a prayer because I believe in each and every one of you. You don't have to pray with me if you don't want to. But I'm going to say a prayer tonight for all my brothers and sisters in the military, for every single police officer that walks that thin line out there every single day to make sure that all of us are safe and doing good. I'm going to say a prayer for all those factory workers, the men and women that are retired, that have worked their whole lives to make sure that we have a better future. I want to say a prayer for all the teachers and the nurses out there and the doctors. I want to say a prayer for all the drivers out there, all the truckers on the road that bring us our stuff. I want to say a prayer for each person in every single country out there that know that, look, we are backing you. We're here to make your life better. Eventually it'll come to you. You know, not everything's going to happen overnight, but every day things are going to get better for somebody somewhere. We just have to keep pushing forward. So if you want to say a quick prayer for me, there, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and bless us for the thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for sinners, now at the hour of death. Amen. Father, Son, Spirit, amen. Alright. And tonight, if you think you don't matter, if you think your life is not worth anything, you're wrong. You're important. You matter. You make a difference in people's lives. You should never ask anybody to prove it to you. You should just automatically know you matter. You are important. You make a difference. And you are fantastic. You are one of the wonders of the world. Why? Because you got blood flowing through your veins. Your heart's pounding in your chest. And tomorrow and every single minute from here on out, you can make it better than what it is right now. My name's Jeffrey Jansen. I just hope that you each know that you matter, you're important, that you're cared about. I care about you. Other people care about you. Go out and tell others they matter too. And if you see somebody being picked on or being a bully, go stick up for them. If you see somebody over there kind of cheating or stealing, you know what? Tell them to knock it off. If you have friends that are negative every single day, get new friends. If you have people that they live to be bullies, and they don't even realize they're bullies, but when you start staying away from them, and if they don't question why you're staying away from them, and then other people start staying away from them, then they're never going to change. So you have to find people that are willing to change with you, that are willing to go out there and do better, and be better, and be kind. My name's Jeffrey Jansen. Hope to talk to you all soon. God bless everybody, and I'll see you all later.